Good morning. Good morning. I don't know if you've noticed, but there have been some challenging thoughts and experiences arising for all of us as of late. And with that come a variety of emotions. Some of us may be experiencing fear, anger, sadness, despair, financial stress. And it may seem more difficult to reach for emotions such as happiness and fulfillment or contentment with the present state of affairs. And so I'd like to use this time to welcome those emotions into the space that we will create for ourselves in this meditation. So if you would, let's just get comfortable and gently close your eyes. And just begin to feel yourself grounded in your breath. And notice as you breathe in that the air is cool. And as you breathe out, the air becomes warmer. You begin to notice your body coming into a state of relaxation as your shoulders begin to drop. Your legs begin to feel a bit more heavy. And you begin to notice a cool blue air travel in through your heart and radiate throughout your body with each breath. This blue light of air continues to travel in through your face, resting, relaxing, centering your mind and thoughts with each breath. Feel this blue light of air continue to travel through your neck and your shoulders, your arms, your hands, resting and relaxing all the muscles in these areas. And continuing, feel this blue, cool air travel throughout your upper chest and heart, through your belly, all the way down your back and spine, entering into all the organs in your bloodstream. Feel your body relaxing and peaceful in all of these areas, from your upper torso and your arms. And now this cool blue air continues to travel down through your legs. You notice you feel more at ease and relaxed, heavy and light all at the same time. And as this sensation travels to your feet and into the center of the earth below you, you just feel so relaxed. And so as you are in this deep, peaceful state of relaxation, I'd like you to bring to mind a time when you felt empowered. See yourself in this particular experience of empowerment. Picture the scene, the colors, the shapes, hear the sounds, feel the air. Were you by yourself or with someone with you? Notice the feeling of internal confidence and self-assurance as you experience that space and time, and allow your body to soak up the sensation for a bit longer right now. This feeling of empowerment. Now I'd like you to slowly drift out of that memory and into another one. I welcome you to bring to mind an experience of a memory that brought you an abundance of love and kindness. See yourself in this particular experience. Picture the entire scene, the colors, the shapes, the sound. Feel the air. Were you inside or outside? Were you by yourself or with someone else? Notice the feeling of absolute love and acceptance in that moment, and feel your body soak up this sensation. Now I'd like you to place your hands open at your lap and notice that metaphorical image of love and empowerment that literally lays in your hands. These feelings are meant just for you and are personalized to give you that insightful boost you need to bring into your world at this time. With love and empowerment, you begin to compassionately bring these feelings gently into any experiences of fear. With kindness and acceptance, you gently invite them to sit next to you during any moments of suffering that may come into your life. We may view the world state to be in a critical place of being, but we still have the innate power to bring love into our lives through moments of gratitude. Side by side with fear and angst, we have the opportunity at any time we choose to welcome in a breath of present moment awareness and inner light whenever we need it. So right now, let's welcome in a deep breath of air and allow a sigh to release through the air as we let go. And silently repeat these words in your mind's eye. I welcome an abundance of love and light into my heart at all times. I acknowledge when I'm fearful or afraid, and I ask my higher wisdom self to support me during this time. I trust my body knows how to heal itself. I choose to listen to my inner voice of gratitude and abundance. We have the opportunity to create a new foundation right now. Let's give ourselves permission to create the most beautiful version of ourselves and have the faith that all is well. Gently come back into the room with that sense of empowerment, love, and kindness. Feel your awareness back in your seat, in this time, in this space, for this service. And keep in mind that all the love and light is with us now and always. Namaste.
Good morning. Well, Laura. was meditating so peacefully, so beautiful. How are you? Can I tell you what you are? You are precious love, precious love is all that you are. You are precious love, precious love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. I love this verse. You are deepest joy, deepest joy, that's all right, is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are precious love, precious love is all that you are. Finally, I can hear you. You are precious love, precious love is all that you are. Just shows you how much you love. Just shows you. I love this one. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart always. You are my family. You are the face of God. Yeah. You are my family. You are the face of God.
how sweet it is to just settle in. Then recognizing and knowing that the truth is, God is. God is love and joy, harmony, beauty, unity, compassion. God is that great I am that gets to express itself in and through all of its creation. And recognizing and knowing that that is true, I just revel in the fact that God gets to express each and every one of those attributes in and through me, as me, and in and through each and every person hearing my voice. I know that each of us is imbued with that never repeatable pattern of perfection, that each of us have the opportunity to express in our lives, knowing that which is ours to do to truly make this a world that works for all. And I claim and know that by means of this service, the talk, the music, this prayer, each of our hearts are wide open to receive the gift of remembering, to receive the gift of new tools and new ways of getting to try out this life that each of us are co-creating with our divine. And I'm so grateful for the shoulders that we stand on, the greats that have come before to point the way, to nudge us, encourage us, support us, and guide us. And for those that continue to hold the torch, I know that each of us partake of the light. And for those who have passed the torch, I know that each of us boldly do what is ours to do in honor of all those that came before. And so knowing that this is the truth and this light just continues to shine by means of each and every one of us, I am just so grateful. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities and experiences that show up to remind us how to transmute fear into faith, to remind us how to transmute that unknowing and just that unassuredness into being planted firmly in that trust and that knowing that that God wisdom, that God self has got us. And so for all the good that is making its way into each of our lives, for all the blessings that are already there, I know that each of us notice and remember to notice. And I know that we notice how great this Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living is. For those of us that are able to physically make our way here, for those of us that are able to watch thanks to technology, and our gurus, Yvonne and Charlie, for Julius and for our sound folks, and for Dave and Patty and Reverend Wanda's message, I know that God is certainly having its way with each and every one of us. And so for all the good that is taking place, I just bless it, acknowledge it, and am wide open to receive it. I release my word to that perfect action of the law, knowing it is absolutely already done. I let it be, and so it is. And so it is.
Why do I always believe you when you say that? She's just like, it is. It is. Gosh. Well, I'd like to celebrate Lauren right now, if I could. And every little wonderful family member here watching. I know it feels good to do this. I know. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Oh, something wonderful is happening to me right now. I accept things the way they are. I accept things the way they are now. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. right now. Yes, you know it. I accept things the way they are. I accept things the way they are not. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Come on, we can sing. I love wastefully. I give freely. Yes, I reap abundantly. Oh, I already have everything I need. Something wonderful. Woo. Happening to me right now. I see you dancing. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Right? I accept things the way they are. I accept things the way they are not. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. Oh, I love wastefully. I give freely. I reap abundantly. I already have everything I need. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. When I take it home, baby, I notice in my mind, yes, I feel it in my body. So it is. So I like getting down in the morning. So it is. You know what I mean. So it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so she and so she is Patty and Dave. You kept playing with everything. You kept the beat. Kept the beat, brother. I love that. While you're standing, those in the sanctuary and those, well, sitting down or laying down at home, please say with me, God bless America and the rest of the world. You know, I'm feeling like I want a moment of silence just for all that is happening, all that has happened for 2020. I see a lot of posts that say, I can't wait till this is over. I'm gonna stay up all night just to make sure it gets out of here. But there are things to be grateful for, but I want to take a moment of silence so that we can think about that. Thank you. God bless you. Yes. All right. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. We miss hugging so much. They insist on hugging themselves now. So we started something. So hug yourselves, please. It does feel good. I like to rock a little bit. Yes. Last week I meant to read this last week, but we got caught up in the moment. It was a thank you card from one of our practitioners, Gina Giordano's dad, who has had some challenges. How old is he? 94. Who's had some health challenges, but he was here last Sunday, and he just wanted to thank the entire MOP team, especially Lauren, for praying over the phone with him. I'll read the card to you as well. It's really cute. I might not be able to read all the words. It said, Dear Revs and the MOP team, thank you all for prayers. This is from the family, we are a true result of manifestation and the power of prayer, offering the best and the highest good. And I can't read the rest. And it says, and so it is, amen. So good. I see faces I haven't seen in a while, which is good. I like that. We're still limiting ourselves to 50 people and to pre-registration, but I'm just grateful for all that show up in person and online, because no matter where you are on your spiritual path, you'll always be welcomed here no matter what, I promise. Thank you. Oh, Clem had reminded me that sometimes you want to see your friends. If you watch it live on your phone, turn it down, you can see them. Thank you.
Thanks, Rev.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Hello, fam.
Hello.
Wanted to read you a quote. To make life a little better for people less fortunate than you, that's what I think a meaningful life is. Our lives, not just for oneself. One lives not for just oneself, but for one's community. That was the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. May she rest in power.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I'd have to face another day, oh, it feels so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found, came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me, till your kiss helped me name it. Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. If I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh, baby, what you have done to me. Oh, you make me feel so good inside. And I just wanna be close to you. You make me feel so alive. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Yeah, you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Yeah, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh.
Woo! Go, girl. You are something else. Something else. Something. Just a yeller. I just yell. You yell very well. Just yell.
And I'm so glad you were the one yelling, not me. You did it for us and for her. You know, when we planned the songs, we didn't know that we would be making this dedication to her. The theme of this month is facing the fear That's exactly how it's written. The fear. So is there only one fear? And which one is it? You pick. But that's the theme that we're invited to explore. And it's really interesting to me because it says, ask the question, do you have faith or are you had by faith? Now what in the world do you think that means? So from the viewpoint of the science of mind, faith and fear are two sides of the same coin. A few people see it that way, correct? Yeah. I really didn't. I had to keep reading. Two sides of the same coin. So if you are had by faith, you're coming from fear. That's the viewpoint. If you have faith of God, you're coming from the deep inner knowingness of God. You're coming from your center. I remember a woman from the church where I was in California used to say, "Your God self." Your God self. And maybe many people have used that phrase, but she was the first one I ever heard to say it. But you're saying it plain. And sometimes the concept seems so confusing or lofty or idealistic or whatever. And this way, it gets right to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? I think that it does for me. So if you have faith, that knowingness, that's the place we get in spiritual mind treatment, where we know that we know. Nothing else needs to be done. We release and let it go. We let it be what we already inwardly know it to be. Arizona says, in order to have faith, we must have conviction that all is well. That all is well. And really in classes, we are taught to continue that treatment until we get to that point. That's what it's all about. And there's sometimes in my life I got it in a word. And I remember one time I seemed to be having an allergic reaction to fish. I don't know if anybody ever had any allergic reaction, but it's difficult to breathe. You do know? Sorry about that. And maybe in my mind, going through 5 steps of treatment, I'm in a hurry. I need to know right now before I can't breathe anymore. See? And it must have been from that consciousness of knowing that I'm not alone, that there is that infinite indwelling power and presence that responds to me at my level of acceptance and belief. Okay, but if you're breaking out and hide, you're not going to say that. It's okay with God, but I'm the one that's squeezing. And I just said, probably for my Catholic roots, I just said, Father. And that was my treatment. And everything turned around. Everything turned around. And you know, the master teacher Jesus said the same thing. He just said Abba. It was another language. But see, this indwelling spirit, this creative energy, speaks every language and no language at all. Because God is. So faith, according to science of mind, is built up from the belief, acceptance, and trust in that absolute power that empowers all of us. And some days, you know, maybe we feel more powerful than others. Correct? Sometimes, or anybody that feels powerful all the time. I really would like you to raise your hand and make an appointment for me to learn from you. Because I do not have this handle. It's a practice. It's a faith. It's a philosophy. It's a way of life, science of mind is described. And it is beyond just positive thinking. It may sound like positive thinking, perhaps, correct? If that's in alignment with what you think is positive. But I will let you know that sometimes the very thing that you think is positive, somebody else thinks that's negative. I'm just saying. That's how in the material world, there's differences of opinions. I mean, even I can think of times where I had difference of opinions with my earlier self. And who knows what's going to be coming down the road. But it is beyond positive thinking. It's affirmative living. And we expect demonstrations. We're not saying there's blind faith and somehow when I die and go to the sky and all that. No. It's right here and right now. We expect the demonstration. And the demonstration is a result of our affirmative word. Whether it's a paragraph, whether it's a book, whether it's a word. It's not the words. It's not the words that heal. It's the consciousness. It's the knowingness. You can make that with no words. Sometimes less words are better, and if you really think about it. The demonstration, the power of faith. Now it's written, Ernest Holmes, faith rises and falls like the tides. This wasn't Ernest Holmes, this was somebody else, sorry. I don't remember who, wasn't me. Faith rises. I really won't take credit for anybody's work. It's just not right, is it? They bless me with their words, and I bless them with respect. Thank you. Faith rises and falls like tides on an invisible sea. Can you picture that? Rise and fall. Because sometimes it does feel like that. Life, correct? I'm just thinking that the other thing that feels like that and is like that is the breath. Right? Yes. The rise and fall, perhaps, of the chest, the inhalation and the expiration. You realize that faith is more valuable, more mysterious, altogether more immense than anything else that you can learn or decide or do. So you don't have to really, believe me, just practice and then report back how it's going for you. Because what happens then is that there's that intuition, that knowledge that you are born with. The baby has it. The baby doesn't know how to text or talk on the phone, but the baby does know how to live. Breathe. Did you teach the baby how to breathe? No. It's part of the nature. The part of the nature, the intuition, the intuitive knowledge, the shift from trying to make something happen and trusting that indwelling intelligence exists. I've tried to make so many things happen. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And sometimes I get what I spoke for and I don't like it. Right? Sometimes you want to say, can we return this? You can return it to Nordstrom, but I don't know about the universe. Faith is a thing. This is Ernest Holmes, this is the Dictionary of New Thought Terms on page 44. Faith is a thing of thought movement, of consciousness. and perception of the inner awareness. It can be consciously generated. This requires, what do you think it requires? Faith and practice. You hear almost, I hope, in every class, there's a talk about spiritual practice, spiritual discipline. Why would that be? Because many times we're practicing everything else, right? We're practicing repeating our story, our life story, specifically the one entitled, Ain't It Awful? Ain't it awful? That seems to be a fan favorite. And then they go to prayer to get rid of what they've created, right? Thinking that somewhere out there, it was done unto me as I did not believe. That would be great, except I don't think that's what it is or the way it works. Spiritual practice. It says this is like muscles, exercising the muscles. You've got to practice. And then we're taught to practice the practice. Practice the practicing. This is completed when the subconscious no longer denies the affirmation. When you are in alignment. Now, if you feel like you're in trouble, you can't breathe, you're all alone, you're going to be breaking out in a rash or something, that pretty well you're ready to change. At least I was. Give it up. I have to read a book. I don't have to call anybody. I want the help. I want the change. I want the movement, and I want it now, and I'm expecting and accepting it now. That's about an example. Now, please don't go to that extreme. But that's what I mean by getting definite with the infinite. And I'll tell you what the infinite says. Yes. The infinite always says yes. So if God, universe, spirit is for us, then who would be against us? Nothing. It's a no thing. There's nothing out there. Oh, but I saw it on TV. It was those people wearing that thing. See? Something out there. And what I'm saying is the practice is an inside job. Inside job. Science of Mind says, and this is a little book, the little book that sometimes on orientation we do give out, and it's How to Speak the Science of Mind. I love that little book. Do you know the book I'm talking about? Yeah. Okay. It defines a terminology. On page 38, it says, metaphysically, fear is an emotion, an experience generated by a sense of separation from our source, God. A sense of separation is what generates that feeling. Why? Because that's not our natural state. We're here on purpose. We're one with spirit. We're one with truth. There is no separation. There is no light outside of God. Unless you do know where that is, which I'd like you to tell me later. Because I just rock and drink lemonade and not do my spiritual practice, if that's the way it is. But it isn't. God is real, whatever you want to call her. Fear is the direct opposite of love and faith. And this faith, this love, this indwelling spirit overcomes fear. It really does. Has anybody ever been afraid? Okay, few people. And yet we're still here. You understand my point? We're still here. It came to pass. No matter how much we try to hold on to that idea. We texted everybody about the bad news. Yeah. Right? Or maybe you went on Zoom about the doomsday scenario. And yet we're still here. So I hope that there's somewhere along the line intention and purposefulness in our time here. So this fear, this emotion, the sense of separation usually comes attached to some kind of loss or perception of loss of some kind. Now, it really says that the spiritual practitioner knows her faith in God completely, entirely erases fear of negativity or those things that you might call, or people that you might call evil. Not that anybody here would ever say that about another person. And sometimes we've heard this. Tell me if you've heard this. The thing I feared the most came upon me. Reverend, it happened just like I said it would. Well, who else were you calling? What did you expect? Who did you expect to deliver your words that came back to you time and time again? Not just the ones you like, the ones you thought, the ones you felt, the ones you said, the ones you acted upon. So if you're having a doomsday or bad luck, congratulate yourself. It's just done it to you as you believe. You're a winner. And it has a name. It's called the law of attraction. We don't attract that to us that we want, that which we are. That's what's happening. And some people really don't accept that. And they're tracking all this good. They have no idea where it came from. Must have been the lottery. Must admit I married that man or divorced that one and got another one. Whatever. Something out there did it, not me. But really, sorry, good news and other news. It's done unto you as what? As I believe. I believe. Now, there is a place for fear, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I remember the story. Do you remember the story of the teenage boy that stood up for the whole town? In the Bible, they give it a name. The story of David, the teenage boy, and Goliath, the giant. Now, I don't know how tall the people were in those days. But we are celebrating a 5-foot little woman who was a powerhouse. So I don't know if you think she was a giant or not. But the people in the town, this is a paraphrase, the people in the town were very scared. Oh, and they were fighting over land and water. Surprise, surprise. How far have we come? The Senate still is about land and water. I'm just saying, that's how we are. We're trying to grow here.
Yeah.
Need a little bit more practice. So people had gone up against a giant. I guess if you're 5 feet and they're 6 something, that could be a giant. I don't know. But in their mind, the people of the town were terrified. And they had legends about this Goliath. And they had stories that they told their children and their children's children. And there's nothing we can do. Who will go and fight? And nobody raised their hand. And then they had this kid, the teenager. You like the teenagers? Okay? They have a lot of new ideas, a lot of energy, less experience with fear. Oh, good. Because a PhD in fear has gotten us, where we are many times, time and time again. And he drew the short stick. And they were going to put armor on him. Because you're going into battle, you wear your going into battle clothes, right? Except he was too small for the armor. Do you think RBG needed armor? Was there a special suit that was worn? It's the strength of the consciousness and conviction. That's what happens. So now back to David and Goliath. So you got it, David. Come on, it's your turn. Take one for the team. And they put the armor on, but he was too little. The armor was too big for him. He couldn't use it. He couldn't wear it. He couldn't walk in it. And he said, okay, I'll come back when I'm fully grown. Is that what happened? That'd be fine. I'll come back when we have the New Testament. I'll be back. I'll return. But he had conviction. He had purposefulness. And he also had a mission to preserve the land and water for the people, as others before him had attempted to do. And so he used the armor that he had. And how do you think that was the slingshot? Okay, it was. But I want to suggest that it was also the consciousness back of that slingshot. See, you see this with dogs all the time. You see the little teeny dogs, they don't even know they're small. They'll back down a big dog in a minute. They don't have the kind of concept that we have of strength and weakness and size and shape and what's bigger and what's strong and what the strong people can do versus what the little people can do. Because they're not measuring rightly. They're not measuring by a spiritual yardstick. So David overcame, and it was victory. Fear not is what the Bible teaches. But I wonder here if there's not a place, in our experience for fear. How many think fear is a good thing? Okay, we don't really want to raise our hand all the way and be fully committed, and I understand. But it's really not a trick question. It's really not. We are made this way. Yeah, we are. And the body, because it's for self-preservation. In the autonomic nervous system, We've got the brain, the spinal cord, nervous system, fight or flight. So when Goliath comes, you know it's time to run or get the slingshot. Those are the choices. Fight or flight. It's the survival instinct. There's not a bad thing in and of itself. It is the pathological fear where people get themselves into trouble. They're seeing things. They feel like everyone's against them. They can't do the normal things. That is the kind of fear that we don't want to keep attracting to ourselves. But fight or flight, I mean, do you feel that the people in the fire are just going to stand there, get out of their forest? When you get home, to the new home. See, there are things that are appropriate, and that's what we need to discern. We need to be able to be clear about that. I think it's important, because a lot of times we don't want to say, oh, I'm afraid, because that sounds, I don't know what, weak or timid or something like that. But if you see someone that looks like a perpetrator in your home, what is it that you're going to do? Just stay there and interview them? Let's do treatment. I love treatment. But I'm trying to say there's a time and a place. I think. You decide. And we'll love you no matter what happens. So metaphysically, there is that emotion. It's that feeling, that a sense of separation from God, from our source. That we're going to have loss, or we're going to have gloom and doom. So what is it that we're going to do? What is it that we're going to do? Exercise that faith muscle. Participate in forums like this with like-minded people. Take the classes. Learn. Not from a place of, I was wrong and now I'm right, or I was lost and now I'm found. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the evolution on the soul's journey of revealing the self to the self. And while you're at it, perhaps you might make room in your heart for somebody else. Acts of kindness. Lauren mentioned it because it is a fact that there are people here in America that are suffering. And it just as easily could be one of us. And so when we pray, let's include the people who have passed on, maybe before they planned. Their loved ones who are still here and maybe didn't have a chance to mourn their passing. The people in America. I know you're so high in consciousness you don't watch TV. I'm going to give you a little quick report. There are people in America in their cars, in rows and rows and rows of cars, waiting to try to get food in America. So I'm saying this is a spiritual community. Kitty will talk, as she usually does, about we're doing what we do and offer food, offer support, prayer for those who want that. And I want to say something about that. I said those who want that. I didn't say those who need that. It's very subtle difference. Let people tell you what they want and what they think they need. I don't know the purpose of their life. I really don't. I don't know if they came to the planet for a time such as this. I don't know if that's their divine purpose to help humanity wake up. I don't know. But what we do together here is to keep affirming that in spite of all appearances, that God meant it for good, for me to wake up, for me to be of service, for me to be my sister's sister, my brother's brother. Because sometimes people don't get the message, even when they see it on TV. So I want to give thanks for each one of you, for the center, for all our leaders, good, bad, and ugly. Oh dear, how did I say that? I didn't know I was going to say that. All of the diversity of gifts. I think there's one spirit. If for nothing, to give a role model or something that I don't want to be and don't want to become. I'm just saying it's all good. And so are you. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Wanda.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, when you get home, that's
you know,
my
when you get home, we have a new phrase now.
That's
Thank you.
classic.
You know, our Jewish friends are still celebrating Rosh Hashanah. It ends this evening, but then in a week, they get to celebrate Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement. And I think I've been saying it all week. Happy New Year. Happy Sweet New Year. All right. We have a video that we would like.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach. B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra. V'yein Nasa V'Cheso Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. Adon Olam, Asher Malach. B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra. V'yein Nasa V'Cheso Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. V'yacharei Kiklot HaKol. Levado Yimloch Nora. V'hu haya v'hu hova. V'hu yeh v'tifara. V'hu echad v'yein sheni. Le'am Shilo lahachbira. V'li Reshit v'li Tachlit. V'lo Haoz v'hamizrach. Adon Olam Asher Malach. B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra. V'yein Nasa V'Cheso Kol. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. V'yacharei Kiklot HaKol. Levado Yimloch Nora. V'hu haya v'hu hova. V'hu yeh v'tifara. Adon Olam Asher Malach. 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 Adon Olam. Hu eli v'chai go'ali v'tzorchev li v'yein tzara. V'hu nifsi u'manosli v'nakosi v'yom ekra. V'yado v'kidruchi v'yein tishan v'ayira. V'imrechi g'viyati Adon leni v'lo ira. Adon Olam Asher Malach. 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 Adon Olam Asher Malach.
Fun.
Happy New Year. Reverend Wanda, I don't know what to say. Really don't. I laugh more than anything. You give your message with such love, right, and such humor. It just gets in. I don't know. It just gets in there. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done. And this is another song that we chose before Ruth passed away. Ruth, like she was my buddy.
Yeah.
She was all of ours. She was all of ours. This one's for her. Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory. You the one with all the strength. Beautiful face without name. So beautiful smile to hide my pain. Did you ever know before everything I would like to be? I can fly higher than might have appeared to go unnoticed. I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? Everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than you. Follow me. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. Oh, and I can fly higher than an eagle. Follow me, my you are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, the wind beneath my wings. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings. Fly, fly,
You are the wind in my breeze. Oh, you are the wind in my breeze. Fly, fly so high against the sky, so high I almost touch the sky. Thank you, thank you, thank God for you, the wind in my breeze.
Just a yeller, just yelling.
You yell beautifully.
I yell, I love you. I do.
I love you. Oh, I can't even tell you how many folks in my life are the wind in my wings.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay.
blueberry. Yes. All right. If you know our affirmation, please say it with us. It will be on the screen along with the tithing text phone number. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to be multiplied abundantly. And for that, I know for sure. And we want to give thanks for all and for everyone that supports this center, supports me personally, because it allows me to support so many others. This center matters, and it means a lot to a lot of people. Thank you. Thank you.
I so feel this, don't you? Sing it with me. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I hope you know that. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
What a wonderful service. You look so pretty. Oh, thank you. I don't think I'm on. Yes, you are. You're up. All right. Well, coming up on Saturday, every Saturday, you can have a conversation with our ministers on Zoom with Coffee with the Revs. Every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. The Freezer Full Pot Project is still ongoing. We are bringing food in and we are taking food out. No matter what your need is, you need to bring it in or take it out. Either way, their needs. We are also collecting school supplies and full-size hygiene projects for the Project 150, which we have been doing now for years. We definitely need more items, as you can see on the list. So come in, just give us a call, let us know you're on your way with whatever you're bringing. Our Heart of Peace meditation, led by practitioner Aldo, is very special this time. It is tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. and you can come and register and be here with us like you are today, and or on Facebook. It is International Peace Day of Prayer, so it's extra, extra, extra special. So we're requiring that you pre-register if you are going to come. And please join us, whether you're at home or here. It's as Reverend Wanda talked about today, it's the intention of your heart, and it's going to come through in that purpose. The membership, we're having our membership meeting a week from Sunday, this next Sunday on the 27th, at right after church at 1 o'clock. And anybody that's a member will be automatically zoomed in, so you'll just have to press your Zoom button, and or you can call in, and that will be at 1 p.m. next Sunday for our annual meeting. If you would like prayer, a 1-minute miracle, today we have our wonderful Daisy Spikes, who is going to be doing our prayer. And you just need to call her on her phone, 702-273.
Sorry,
Oh, it's not?
It's on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's Daisy. Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. All in one. Yeah, I'm looking at Daisy thinking, well, she better hop right on that computer right now.
We have everything.
I'm here. I can see you personally.
She can also see you personally, as I can at any practice. So basically, all you need to do, though, is call in, and there must be a different number. Yeah, there's the number there. Everything's printed on there. I do want, for any of you that have any concern about calling in that you might have to pay, these prayers are free of charge. There is no charge to call in, so please feel free to do that. Call in for a 1-minute miracle or even more. For prayer support, you can also send your prayer request to prayer@lasvegascsl.org or just text 702-524-7096. Coming up a week from Monday, we have our bingo fundraiser, musical bingo fundraiser. It's going to be so much fun. All of the musicians are putting little 30 to 60-second clips together of music, and I get to do that too, so it's going to be so much fun. And our tickets are on sale in the bookstore today, so please go by the bookstore. They're just $20 for one pack, and if you want two, it's double and triple. And so if you want lots of packs and you can sit there and do a bunch, you can pay $80 and get 4 of them. Okay, whatever. And so this is exciting, and it's going to be a week from Monday on Zoom, but also in person. So if you'd like to be here in person, just let us know to register for that. 6 o'clock, a week from Monday, 28th. We also have classes beginning. We have our own Reverend Cheryl teaching her favorite class on Edinburgh lectures. And it will start on Tuesday, September 29th, the day after bingo. And it's an 8-week class. It's an 8-week class, and it's $180 for that. And it's on Zoom. And these lectures are touchstone for the whole metaphysical teachings that we do here at the center. So if you have not been to any of the classes on Edinburgh lectures, this is the one for you. Tuesday evenings from 6:30 to 9. And then we also have Reverend Stacy teaching a brand new class called Spiritual Principles and Practices. And this class is just a foundational class for anyone that needs to start out, but also if you want to repeat, that's good too. And it's just a 5-week class, and it is on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock. And the cost for this is just $145 for those 5 weeks. So all you need to do is for both of these classes, is just sign up or go to the website. Either way, so I come to the office. And remember to look for us on Amazon Smile whenever you want to buy anything, so that we get a little percentage of anything that you purchase on Amazon Smile. And don't forget, we've got CDs of everything that went on today available in the bookstore, along with the books that are on sale and our tickets for bingo. Let's have a fabulous week, everybody. Maybe you too.
What? Wow, one of my favorite people in the whole world with the biggest heart ever. As big as this building, Kitty, I love you so much. Happy birthday. I'd love to sing for you. I mean this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kitty. I love you so much. Happy birthday to you. Everybody.
You can do it from wherever you'd like.
Okay, so,
You're on.
thanks for explaining what I was doing, because if I didn't, it rather funny.
Is her mic on?
Okay, now, how about now?
No. Here, use this one, has it.
You're on now.
Oh, you're on
She's
now.
on.
So if it's comfortable for you, gently just close your eyes or somehow tune out external activities and open up to the one and only activity that I choose to call God. In this moment of recognition, I open my heart, mind, soul to new and higher levels of living, loving, giving. And from this intuitive place, this place of divine connection, I accept the divine gift that keeps on giving through, in, for, around, and as me. And I acknowledge my divine heritage. In this moment, it is crystal clear that my eyes, my heart, wide open to my divine purpose, my divine mission. I'm open, I'm ready, I'm willing to demonstrate the love, the life, the potential that is in, through, and around me, growing and awaiting a mission. And I see it now. I feel it now. I wasn't all along, but my attention was tuned to another channel. Now I am aware, prepared, listening, and living and moving, having my faith, speaking my word for the purpose that I came here to do. One foot in front of the other. In love, in humility, in faith. I know for real I am about the Father's business. And I'm accepting that it is done now, it is done well. I'm accepting the good and plenty, that everything that is remotely needed to carry out this mission is already given, and I see it now. I accept it now. I embrace it now. Not in a shy way, but in the way that I was designed to be. I know my heritage, and it is no little shy thing. And with gratitude, I release this word into the law of mind and action, knowing that the truth has been revealed this day. And everything is already in alignment and moves forward because I am in tune with the infinite. And for this, I'm so grateful. For this awareness, for this prayer, for this center, for this truth. I simply say thank you, and I release this word into the law of mind and action and surrender. That every action, every interaction is the movement of spirit. And all is well. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is.
For affirmation. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
I know this in my mind.
I know this in my mind.
I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Make a great week.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Yeah, sunshine keeps here. Hot air balloon in the streets. With the air, like I don't care about the way. Woo! Because I'm loving all if you feel like a fool without a roof. Because I'm loving all if you feel like happiness is the truth. Yeah. Because I'm loving all if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm loving all if you feel that's what you want to do. You come back news, talking this and that. Yeah, give it all you got, don't hold back. Yeah, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, if it's to you, don't waste your time. Here's why, because I'm alone if you feel without proof. Because I'm alone if you feel like happiness is true. Love alone if you know what happiness is to you. Love alone if you feel it's what you want to do. Yeah, bring me down. Bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down. Can't love it. Bring me down. I love you. Bring me down. Can't love you. Bring me down. The love is too high. Bring me down. And I love you. Bring me down. Because I'm love alone. If you feel like a fool without a roof, you're perfect. Love alone. If you feel like this is true. I love you. Love alone. If you know what this is to you. Love alone. If you feel it's what you want to do. Love alone. If you feel without a rule. Love alone. If you feel this is true. Love alone. If you know what this is to you. Love alone. If you feel it's what you want to do. Bring me down. Bring me down. Love is too high. Bring me down. Bring me down. Love alone if you feel out. Because love alone if you feel this is the truth. Love alone if you know what this is to you. Yeah. Love alone if you feel it's what you want to do. Love alone if you feel out of rule. Love alone if you feel happiness is true. Yes. Love alone if you know what happiness is to you. Yes. Love alone if you feel it's what you want to do. I love you guys.